Hey guys, Captain Dylan Hubbard here at Hubbard's Marina with another Sunday night live stream show. That's right, it's Sunday night, December 6th at 8:25 p.m. We are just about ready to get started with tonight's show. Just need a few minutes here to get rolling. Tonight we've got a great show lined up for you, lots of great photos and stuff to talk about. We're going to talk about the weather, what we've been catching, what we're seeing. We're going to give away over $700 in free fishing trips, just like we do every Sunday night. We've got some cool programs to talk about by some of our partners that they've started. A lot of cool stuff lined up tonight. So sit back, relax, grab a venting tool, and let's get ready to start this show up in about 5 minutes. Tonight, I've got Captain Frank in studio with me again. How you doing, Frank?
I'm doing awesome. It's going to be a great show.
What was that? Did the dog get in here?
It was me.
So, lots of good stuff lined up for you guys for sure. So, sit back, relax, grab your drink. Don't forget to comment where you're watching from. Don't forget to tell your friends and like the video. Got a comment where you're watching from. Like the video for us. That helps us spread the word. Appreciate the stars. Mark Prouse, Todd Linus, getting us started off with those stars. Appreciate you guys. What's up, Ricky? How you doing, man? Thanks for watching. What's going on? Ryan from Ohio. What's up? So, what's up, Dan? Thanks for 500 stars. New Tampa, Dan Netto. What's up, man? He's one of our supporters in the supporter group.
And a great fisherman, too.
Yeah. He's getting those hogfish dialed in for sure. He's learning the trolling game, too. He's been catching some fish trolling, huh?
Yeah. It wasn't too long ago that he's caught his first keeper hogfish, and now he's, wanting to make more moves, and he's getting more and more now. So, I mean, once you figure it out, it can be fairly easy. There is always a little bit of luck game with it, but I think he's figured it out, and that's all you have to do. Once you figure it out,
It makes it a lot easier once you figure it out, that's for sure. All right, we're just getting started here, guys. Just need a few moments to get everything lined up for y'all. So as we get rolling again, don't forget to comment where you're watching from. Grab a drink, sit back, relax. We're going to get started very shortly. You got anything to tell the people while we're waiting, Frank?
No, I was just zoning out there for a minute, waiting for the 8:30 so they can see our gorgeous faces, Dylan.
Just figuring out gotta make sure we give you guys some free trips. So once we get this figured out, we'll get rolling.
Thanks, Tim Harris, for the stars. Appreciate it.
Richard Blazak, what's up from Northport? Zach Dick, what do you guys fish for?
What do you guys fish for? He must be new to the show. So
Zach, come on, man.
Listen, you're going to hear all about it.
Nearshore and offshore, Zach Dick. That's what we fish for. We do a little bit of inshore fishing too. Our partner over at the Real Animals can get you set up on some inshore fishing too.
You know it's going to be a good show. We've got somebody from Luckenbach, Texas. Oh, yeah.
Say that again?
Luckenbach, Texas.
That's a
Have
city?
you ever heard that song?
No.
Okay. I'm not going to sing it for you right now.
Please do.
But if you come see me at karaoke, I'll be more than happy to do that one for you.
That would be awesome. Karaoke, huh?
Yeah.
You're a karaoke guy?
You don't know that? Come on, man.
I did not know that.
Everybody knows that. Anybody who's anybody.
Oh.
Yeah.
I must not be anybody then.
I do enjoy partaking. I only did it twice this week.
Twice? Just 2 karaoke sessions?
I like it, man.
That's
it's
all
fun. It's fun.
You're being serious?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's what I do.
Where do you do karaoke at?
Well,
people want to know where to see Captain Frank live.
Because then I'm not going to get a chance to relax. They're going to show up there. They want to talk about fishing, and I don't always want to talk about fishing. Not when I'm karaokeing. Not when I'm karaokeing. Come on.
You got to be in your zone for karaokeing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Jim Evans, for the stars, buddy.
Oh, that's so funny. Richard Blazak, thanks for the stars. Estelle Wolfman from Brandon, thanks for the stars. Appreciate you guys. We are going to get started here in just a minute. Having a little trouble tonight. Of course, Facebook loves changing things every week. But at least Facebook lets us stream. Unfortunately, we're still not live on YouTube. YouTube still has us shut down, unfortunately, guys. So we are gonna get back on YouTube probably, it looks like, around mid-January. So that's what's taken so long, unfortunately. But we're looking forward to getting back on YouTube for sure. If you haven't done so already, make sure you go on to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, Hubbard's Marina. What in the world is going on here? We are going to get to the bottom of it. Just keep trying, right?
Yeah.
First you don't succeed.
What's happening, dude?
I don't know. The same trick I use every week doesn't seem to want to work.
Sure.
But
If you haven't done
that's
so
why we
already,
keep trying
make sure
different
you,
things.
Go on to
All right. Let's try this. Different URL.
William, you know I practice singing in the wheelhouse. I just don't do it on the microphone.
Frank, we've worked together for what, almost 10 years now, and I never knew you were into karaoke, let alone that you do it twice a week.
Well, I don't normally do it twice a week, but normally maybe
I don't always
once every
karaoke, but when I do,
well, once every like 3 weeks maybe I'll go do it. But happen to go twice this week,
Jennifer Roberts, thanks for sending some stars, and shout out to Sophia. Sophia was working today on the 10-hour all day. We're going to show a photo of some fish that she was showing off today while she was hard at work. Stacy Ammerman, thanks for the stars. Appreciate you guys. Karen Smedbron knows Captain Frank's secret. Karaoke at Mahaffers?
No, not Mahaffers. That's like
you love Mahaffers.
I hate that place.
Dude,
of all bars on the entire beach, that is like, and I hopefully.
I thought you were always
you
always talked about
no,
Mahaffers.
this place is disgusting.
Dude, you've asked me to go there and meet you for a drink before.
No, that was a freak incident. I have not ever wanted to go there. I've only gone there to meet people there. I've never just gotten in my car and say, I'm going to Mahaffers, ever. It's not, there's some, and when I was there, I had great bartenders. They were awesome, but it was just it's just too enclosed and dirty in there for me. And the bathroom, forget about it.
I've heard stories of that, actually.
You better hope you didn't eat an egg salad that day, because you are not using that bathroom. You're going out to the Gulf.
Oh, Friendly Tavern. Now they're guessing which bar you're doing karaoke at. Friendly Tavern?
Huh?
Friendly Tavern? Oh, he's
that was
smiling.
one of the places I did go last week, I think.
I heard Frank on Friday. Someone heard you karaoke.
There you go. Well, Linda, how did I sound?
Linda Simpkins, how was it? She said she heard Captain Frank karaoke on Friday.
Send me stars of how good I was.
Calvin Brisker, thanks for the stars. Sherry Griffiths, thanks for the stars from Kansas. All right, we're ready to turn this video on. Let's get this thing rolling. What's up, guys?
Dan's sending more for me to sing. Come on, Dan. Oh, man, come on. That's funny, but
I'll hold the mic for you.
We do have some great... Oh, there we are.
Yeah, I told you I was turning on the video.
Face.
Ooh, Linda Simpkins said Captain Frank sounded great.
Boom.
What songs do you karaoke?
I usually do like some older country.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I can see it.
But I am a fan of Chris Stapleton also.
Ooh. Yeah. I was a fan of Chris Stapleton. Then he got all political and ruined it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't watched television in forever, so.
I don't watch television, or I don't watch cable television.
Right, that's
I
what
get
I'm
all
saying.
my news on Google. It just pops up on the feed, Makes it easy.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get rolling, Frankie.
Yeah,
let's show these people what we've been catching.
Well, first, shouldn't we talk about our sponsor?
Yes, go ahead.
So we have a new sponsor, and we have figured out this is a really great thing, and we would love to thank Betty Hall.
Yeah, show them a little closer what we're drinking
Okay,
tonight.
this is the Johnny Walker Green Label, and we just opened it about 15 minutes ago.
Frank texted me. He's like, "Hey, can I come over early? We'll have a drink."
I had no idea that Betty Hall was going to take care of us so well. So this is what we decided to do. If somebody thinks that they have a better whiskey than Betty Hall here does, all you got to do is get it to Hubbard's Marina, and we are going to talk about you and how your bottle of whiskey comes out.
Yep. So a lot of people have been dropping off Jameson Black Barrel, and Jameson Black Barrel is my favorite. You can still see tonight I'm drinking my, you can't really see it, my Johnny Walker out of the Jameson glass. One of our guests dropped off from me. They actually smuggled this through an airport from, I think it was West Virginia. And next time they come down, they promise to smuggle me some moonshine.
I think I saw that same one at the liquor store next to my house.
Well, I've never seen it.
But either way,
I have a bunch.
But that is
Jameson
That is
glasses.
the Johnny Walker Green Label also, and we've been discussing it.
Compliments of Betty Hall.
And we were we were discussing and trying to figure out how we liked it. And basically, what I thought about it was, strictly on its own merit, I find the whiskey to be enjoyable, interesting, and effortlessly drinkable. I mean, that's what I'm feeling. I mean, combined with a comparatively reasonable $65 price point, I find this stuff absolutely irresistible. Thanks, Betty.
Shout out to Betty Hall. Thank you very much, Denoris Hall, for sending 600 stars. Mary Grasso for 500 stars. Thank you very much, guys. And with that, we're going to get into our inshore catches, what we've been seeing inshore around the docks and around the area. So mackerel bite was going really well before this last big cold front, and the last big cold front definitely murked up the waters a little bit, but hopefully we'll see those waters calm down and clear up a little bit, especially the tail end of this upcoming week looks nice. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
We get a nice little
just gotta
weather
get through
window.
Tuesday.
Yeah. So we got one more big bad front coming, and then we should get some nicer weather. But mackerel are definitely good when that water clears up. The redfish bite's going very well throughout the entire area, up on the flats, around the mangrove shorelines, dock lines, all great areas to find those redfish. We're even seeing redfish out on the beaches, in the passes. Lots of good redfish
Everywhere.
action.
The reds are everywhere.
Thick, man.
Yeah.
And they're getting bigger.
I mean, this is a really great thing because they've been shut down for a couple of years, and it's time. It's time to reopen. I can't see how they could possibly put it. We're supposed to open May.
Yeah. So end of May 2021 is when FWC is going to reevaluate it, and they do have an FWC meeting coming up Thursday, December 17th and 18th. Is the next FWC meeting, and I'll be attending virtually because we'll be talking about African pompano. They're talking about increasing our African pompano bag limits. So right now you're only allowed 2 African pompano per boat. Doesn't matter how many people on the boat, just 2
so
African
that's kind of tough for
pompano.
us because most smaller boats don't necessarily go out there and get more than 2. But on a big boat, with that many lines in the water, we can potentially do that. But
And the talk is now changing African pompano to 1 fish per person. So all the other Gulf states, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, there's no African pompano regulations.
So they get a lot of them up there?
Yeah, you can go up there and catch as many as you want. But in Florida FWC threw out this rule that you're only allowed 2 per boat, and it applies into federal waters to federally permitted boats. So that's been a little frustrating, but we finally, with a lot of work, a lot of effort, and a lot of time, we finally got the FWC Commission to put out this proposal, and we're going to need a lot of public comment to sway their minds and go back to 1 fish per person. So we're excited about that for sure.
yeah, that's weird. When I worked in Louisiana and Texas out in the oil fields, I'd never seen one out there.
Yeah, they definitely catch them more around the rigs in deeper water.
That's weird. I've never caught one of all the fishing.
Because you told me about the fishing you were doing. You're
was
dropping
incredible.
heavy tackle with big
was
live
sick.
baits. That's not African pompano.
Yeah, you're right.
Tackle,
I
dog.
was dropping down like 3-pound blue runners whole,
With a 3-pound sash weight,
Yeah.
a 100-pound test.
175, 250-pound 7-strand cable.
Jeez.
It was
and
ridiculous.
you didn't catch any African pompanos. I wonder why.
Well, okay, you got a point.
Also,
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
yeah. Also, the sheepshead fishing, sheepshead bite is really picking up. We're catching a lot of sheepshead, and it's getting better and better and better. This time of year, that sheepshead bite is only going to pick up more and more as that water cools. And we've been seeing them around any structure, basically. Docks, bridges, piers, jetties, oyster bars, any structure that's holding that growth. Those oysters, clams, barnacles are going to hold those sheepshead. We're also still seeing some snook. A few snook around the beaches, the passes, but most of those snook are starting to move up in the bay. Especially most of the majority of juvenile fish are up in the bay out in the flats, and they're feeding really well. But as you can see here from the photos, we're still seeing a lot of snook around the passes. And this is our buddy John Sasser. He caught probably close to a 44-inch snook this morning at Johns Pass. And the kids fishing around the docks. There was a kids fishing tournament yesterday, and they messed up a lot of redfish. They caught a ton of redfish, and then a few nice snook too.
Do we have a picture of that snook?
The big one this morning, no, it'll be on next week's episode.
Cool.
Yeah, John religiously sends photos every Thursday morning around 8 o'clock in the morning for my Fox 13 reports every Friday. Awesome. So John will definitely hook us up with that when we come into Thursday. So we'll definitely have it for next week.
Awesome, that's a big snook.
Yeah, and then the kids were fishing on the dock today, and it was pretty crazy. One of the kids caught a 31-inch redfish on a 1000 series spinning reel. It was like a 3.5, 4 minute fight. He was getting worked by this.
That's
redfish.
crazy. He was able to get it up with all the barnacles and with a little reel like that. But
almost got spooled.
That's cool.
It was pretty cool for sure. Mary Grasso, thanks for sending 1,000 stars. Appreciate you. Let's see what's next here. So the snook bite's been good, and then these big trout are moving in. It is that time of year for these fatties. Fat trout around the flats. Look for those pots, those ambush, or those potholes is what I was saying. Those ambush points, those drop-offs, those points. You can see the point behind this young angler. They like those little staging areas to ambush passing bait for sure. We're seeing a lot of them around bridge lights and dock lights at night for sure too. So trout bite's going well, and we're back, Frank.
I didn't know where we were going.
We were looking at photos.
Yeah.
Again, this episode is brought to you by Betty Hall. All right, let's see here. Next, we got to go nearshore and offshore. Show you guys what we've been catching nearshore and offshore.
We wrecked the hogs.
Wrecked them
this week. Yeah, it was awesome. I think Joe had a half day with Captain Joe had a half day with a dozen keepers.
12 keeper hogs Thursday afternoon.
And I think he said he caught like 25 shorties too. So I mean that's that's an awesome hog fishing trip for sure.
Yeah, they've been doing really well. And your Thursday all day, you did well on the hogs.
We did.
And big lanes.
Yeah, many monster lanes.
Monster,
like 3-pounders. We caught like 24 3-pound lane snappers.
Stop it.
It was ridiculous.
That's crazy, dude.
They were the biggest. We had a guy with a chicken rig, and he pulled 2 3-pounders in on a chicken rig. Like
what?
Yeah. Usually, I see a lane snapper like that maybe once a month, once every 2 months. I see one that's that big, and we hit probably 75 to 100 on this one stop on that wreck I was telling you about.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
On that wreck, I'm still waiting for those numbers.
Yeah, nobody's getting those for a minute. Yeah,
numbers or it didn't happen.
Right.
Too funny for sure. But so a lot of big lanes, hogfish, and you guys caught some grouper too, right?
Yep, we got some nice gags, we got some nice red groupers, and some big hogs, big lanes, mangoes. It was a great trip, man. It was killer.
Yeah, everybody watching probably wishes we had some photos of that.
Yeah, that was I think the trip that Christina Fernandez was going to go on, and she decided.
Oh yeah,
it was 1 hour too early for her.
Yes, so that brings up a great point. So we actually Thursdays all day we actually had to leave at 6 a.m. instead of 7 a.m. and we had to change our morning half day to an afternoon half day. And the whole reason we had to do that was because of the sand situation. It was so low, and even leaving an hour early, you still kind of struggled to get out of the slip.
It was pretty shallow.
And then once you got out of the slip, it was a struggle to get through the channel.
Yeah, I was watching my my bottom reader. I had like 3 feet under us, and that's
and the boat has a 4-foot keel.
Yeah.
So once we were able to get out of
it, that one sticks down 7 feet.
Yeah.
And we have 3 feet underneath it. So I mean, that is like
the bottom machine.
I understand what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. So the transducer is mounted flush to the bottom of the boat, but then attached to the bottom of the boat is a keel going down lower. So Frank's right. It is every bit of about 6 feet from the water line to the bottom of the keel. But the bottom machine that he's talking about is mounted in the wheelhouse, reading 3.5 foot, 3 foot of water. That means the keel of the boat was literally dragging in sand.
Right.
So the slips are hard to get out of, almost impossible. And then once we get out of our slips, the channel is almost impossible to get out of. So we are in a big pickle here. It's going to be hard. Christina, she looks like Christina got our message.
She sent us a few emojis that we won't share, but I don't think that those are standard emojis from Apple.
No, she hacked it to get those.
Yeah, she must have. Okay, awesome.
Christina, we love you too.
Yeah, we do.
I'm sorry you couldn't wake up an hour
I knew
earlier.
you were watching. That's why I was picking on you.
So let's see what else we caught near shore and offshore. Red grouper bite, like Frank said. We've been seeing a lot of red grouper on those 10-hour trips. They've been doing pretty good.
Yep.
This was, I think, from that Thursday 10-hour.
Sure was.
Yep. This is my buddy Landon Hayford. He sent me this photo. Didn't get it from the crew.
So, yeah. So I had a strained tendon on my finger. So that's what you're seeing right there.
This is back to Christina.
Yeah. That hogfish was from a half day. That was from Friday half day.
Friday's 5-hour half day.
We caught some nice hogs on that half day too. It was awesome.
How's your finger doing?
It's good now.
Yeah, unwrapped.
Still, much better.
And the hogfish bite continues. We've been seeing a lot of these red grouper. And look at this. She dropped down that fishing pole by herself.
Boom.
Pulled up a nice gray snapper. Beautiful. Awesome. And then a back-to-back caught herself a puffer fish.
Nice. Look at that lead on that thing, man.
Yeah, that thing was bending.
Yeah, it must have been.
Yep, Jennifer Roberts, Greg Roberts, and their family always come out with their friends, and they've been putting a hurting on them for sure. Nice gag grouper from the Flying Hub 2 12-hour Extreme. Another nice gag. They had a cold, bumpy trip today, but they pulled up some fish. It was a little bit slower than we would have liked, but we caught some nice grouper for sure. There's another hogfish. These are actually from today's 10-hour trip, and you can see behind this gentleman the secret hogfish rig. Let's see if we can zoom in on it. Well, not so secret since we talk about it in the show all the time, but that's it right there.
That does work, and again, so do those ball jigs. We have a lot of regulars. They swear by them. That's all they use. But if you want to go a different route, we've already talked about that. But
yeah, the ball jig, the knocker rig, or the jig head. Those are the three methods for sure. And let's click out of this. There we go. Keep in mind, guys, if you have questions, make sure you text your questions to that phone number in the upper right-hand corner. That's how you get your question answered live during the show. So if you have a question, please do text that phone number. Josiah Stevens, appreciate the stars, buddy. Thank you very much. Let's see, what other photos do we have, I should say. There she is, Sophia Roberts. She was working hard today on the 10-hour trip, but still caught some nice fish, nice mangrove from the 10-hour. Another hogfish from today's 10-hour all day. And there's our buddy Greg Roberts. He stopped drinking his White Claw and ended up catching some fish today. Look at that. Yes. Nice stringer. Some lanes, some porgies, definitely some meat to take home.
There's even a squirrelfish right on the top. It's like a little bit of icing up there.
Dude, those squirrelfish are good eating.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that. I know we sell them even from our live bait, but they are just like a sea bass to eat. I mean, so
Yeah.
when you catch a one that's like 12, 14 inches, and you throw it back, you're like, oh, we're in squirrel. You're throwing away
missing out.
throwing away a pretty good hunk of meat.
Yeah, one of the best, most crazy things that I've seen is, what is going on? I don't want to rate this. Yes. All right, fine.
Oh boy.
What is happening?
I don't know. Are we about to play Minecraft?
I don't know. We've got some kind of virus situation on our hands. There we go. We just had to skip that one. Oh, dang it. Can't show it. Well, we got a nice big old kingfish today on the hub that we can't show you, unfortunately. What were we talking about?
Fishing.
We were talking about something. Squirrelfish. Yes. All right.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest things that I'll never forget was Captain Garrett. My cousin Garrett was filleting out all these squirrelfish at the fillet table like 3 years ago. And I walked out, I was like, what the heck are you doing, dude? It was like, oh, no, I'm just trying these out. He finished filleting like probably 60 huge squirrelfish.
Right.
And put them in a bag and held up the bag. Dude, it looked like a huge bag of hogfish.
Yeah.
It was just so white, so it looked good. And he took it next door, and the friendly fisherman cooked it up for us. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Some of the best eaten
Yeah,
fish.
Same thing. 3 years ago, I would never have even contemplated keeping squirrelfish because they were looked at as bait, and it was really hard super hard that first year.
Yeah.
To string a squirrelfish because I was like, this is bait. It's been bait all my life.
It's a great bait. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, and then we just started keeping them, and I tried them, and I was like, all
They're
right,
good.
well,
It's tricky to get enough big ones to make a
yeah,
meal.
you got to get those the ones that are a pound. You know, you can get a 14-inch squirrelfish, 14-inch squirrelfish, and
Yeah, my dad, again, calls them Gulf perch, and I think they're very equatable.
Yeah.
I mean, up in Lake Michigan, those areas,
Yeah.
they're catching perch like this, and it's a prize. And you take it home, you go get a plate of perch at the local...
That's right.
The local restaurants, $25-$30.
Yeah.
And they're these little tiny finger-looking fillets. And that's basically what you get off those squirrelfish, and it's incredible eating, for sure.
that's for sure.
Jonathan Reese, thanks for the stars, buddy. All right, let's see what else we've been catching. Some more hogfish.
So somebody's put in there, do you catch a lot of them? So normally we don't catch a lot of squirrelfish this time of year because there's so many groupers on the ledges. But quite often what happens is the wind direction will change when you're anchored up, and it'll swing you off the ledge. Or it's a windy day, and we'll be swinging on and off the ledge. And that's kind of when we'll get them. And a lot of people think, sand perch or whatever, squirrelfish, whatever they may call them. That if you catch one, you're fishing on sand. That's not exactly how it works. There's a lot of sway to any boat, and but yeah, we get them drifting on hard bottom. They're just they can be everywhere. But this time of year, when the groupers are pretty thick on the ledges, it's a little. They're a little more dispersed,
Yeah, they're definitely a little bit more tricky this time of year, but we see them a lot in the summertime when we're drift fishing, and when we're on anchor on a small piece of rock bottom and the boat's swinging off that rock. That's when a lot of times you'll catch them too.
Right.
Some nice hogfish action. Definitely a lot of hogs lately. Nice gags, and now we're going to get into the 39-hour photos. You can see Jason here on a little break on the 39-hour trip on Tuesday. He dropped down a thread fin, so just a normal run-of-the-mill thread fin that we provide for people during these fishing trips. Dropped down a thread fin, caught this, I think it was close to 25 pounds on this gag grouper. Beautiful fish on a break. And he ended up giving it to a guest too, so that was pretty cool. And then this nice big old gag grouper, this gentleman caught it on I believe he caught this one on a strip of bonita, definitely. And it's starting to, I think that's one of those transitionals, because you get that rust color showing up for sure.
Yeah.
Probably just recently became a male. Nice kingfish. I've seen a few of those kingfish. Fatty mangroves. The mangroves, I've been big on those 39-hour trips. Look at that mangrove snapper.
That is a big
That's a
frickin'
hoss.
mango, man.
That's a goozer.
Do you know
for
how big
sure.
that was? Did they
9
weigh-
pounds, solid 9
9
pounds.
pounder?
Just shy of 10.
That is a nice one.
Fat mangrove snapper. That's what dreams are made of right there.
Yeah.
In my opinion, way better eaten than any red snapper you've ever dreamed of. For sure, way better eaten. Mike Hart, thanks for the stars, buddy. Hit us with 1,000 stars. Appreciate you, Mike. All right, let's see what else we got here. There is a blackfin tuna. And then look at this one.
That? Yeah, I saw that. Is that
What?
the...
Blackfin tuna?
No. The one after it. Is
This
it-
one.
Yeah.
What is it? You tell me, dog.
Man, it's not a rock eye, right? I don't know. I don't know what that is.
So
I've seen him in a picture before. But
yeah, so there's a funny story behind this one. Let's move it over so people can see it a little bit. So this caused Will to actually call me on the sat phone. Gosh darn it. So Will called me on the sat phone not knowing what they had. And Will has been running those 39-hour trips for 16 years now. And Captain Brian was the captain. Captain Brian's been working in those waters for
Probably
45 years. He ran a commercial boat. He owned his own commercial operation prior to being a charter captain with us. So, I mean, Captain Brian and Will have probably close to 70 years experience fishing middle grounds, elbow, and surrounding areas, and neither one of them could identify this fish because that's how rare it is for us to see this particular species in our area. And he thought it was maybe a hind, some type of hind.
Right.
When he called me on the sat phone, I was like, dude, you're the one who tells me what kind of hind I'm looking at. You know all the
Right,
hinds.
right.
He was like, yeah, you're right. It's got to be a grouper. And I was like, well, what kind of fin does it have? What kind of pectoral fins does it have? And we kind of talked through it, and then we were able to identify it. And that is what they call a fireback grouper in the northern Gulf. Northern Gulf, it's called a fireback grouper. In our area, it's commonly called a yellowfin grouper. Yellowfin grouper. Very, very unique for our area. They got to be 20 inches to keep. And we let this one go. But it was a beautiful
Is that
fish.
right? Huh.
Yeah. Will said it was so red.
Delicious?
Red coming out of the water. He said it was super
No,
red.
I mean, that is an awesome picture, man.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, unedited.
Yeah,
That's untouched up, nothing. I didn't change colors or anything.
That's awesome, man.
Someone called...
I thought the yellow edges. I thought I've seen one of those before. And
Yellow edge is very similar to like a yellow mouth. A yellow mouth looks like a yellow edge, but it's more of a scamp tail. A yellow edge looks more like a gag, but it's very dark brown, and then it has a very yellow, very
Right.
obvious
But
yellow
you're
strip.
what are you saying? This is called down our way.
This is a yellow fin.
Oh, yellow fin.
So the yellow stripe on the peck fin.
Oh, I
up
got
in the
you.
northern Gulf, it's called a fireback because when they come out of the water, they're so red.
I like the fireback.
Yeah, I did too.
that's
Sounds
cool.
way cooler.
Yeah, it's like I want to take a shot of it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Hey, give me a shot of that fireback.
It's fireball and pickle juice.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we've been catching inshore, nearshore, and offshore. And with that, it is time to give away a free trip. We are running a little behind, so let's give away a free 5-hour half day for 2 guests. Remember, in order to be eligible to win, you do have to comment 1 time on the Hubbard's Marina Facebook stream. And then if you're picked as the lucky winner, you do have to text that phone number in the upper right-hand corner, your home address within about 5 minutes or so to claim your free trip. Look at that. Christina Fernandez forgave us. She sent us some stars.
Aw.
Appreciate you, Christina. Thank you.
We'll see you on Thursday.
Tuesdays, dog. Tuesdays.
Yeah, well,
We're not zoomed in.
not this Tuesday.
Let's see here. All right. We got to redo this. All right. Get comments.
What is
There we go.
happening? We look so
Oh.
unprofessional, right?
Jeez.
You guys do know I don't control any of this, right?
I'm hitting wrong buttons.
I'm here for the face. All right. So
right,
everything
let's see
that's
here.
happening,
Everything.
digitally, is this guy.
All right.
Okay?
Now we're
It
ready.
is amazing what he's doing, though.
All right. Now we're ready. Start, raffle, and pick random winners. See, I got it now. You just got to read
I
the
could have
directions.
pressed that button, though.
We got to read the directions.
All right.
Let's see who won a 5-hour half day for 2.
Oh, my God. I thought it was Christina.
That would have been ironic for sure.
Yeah.
Christine Rizzo, you are the lucky winner of a 5-hour half day for 2 guests. You do have to text us within about 5 minutes at that phone number in the upper right-hand corners to claim your free trip. So make sure you do that. Again, that phone number is right there. Text us your home address to claim that free trip. And with that, let's get into... this is pretty cool. I got to show you this. So this was posted to a local history page. We're going to show you just screen. So actually, we'll do this first. So yeah, video's still on.
Oh, okay.
So,
I wasn't picking my nose. Just rubbing my temple. I don't know.
So this was posted to a local Facebook page. This is an old commercial actually filmed by the local chamber to attract people to St. Petersburg, and it had to be like, I would guess the late 1950s, maybe early 1960s. I would probably lean more towards the 50s. It's pretty cool. It's a long video, so I'm going to kind of skip through the beginning part.
Right.
They talk about baseball, because at that time, our area was like the number one destination for baseball. Like the Yankees, the Braves, all these baseball teams came to St. Petersburg to play at Al Lang Field. So the first 5 minutes of the video are all about baseball. So we're going to totally skip through that. Second half of the video is basically St. Pete was known for baseball and fishing. And the second half of the video is all about fishing. And guess what? Back then, it was Hubbard's Pier.
Cool.
And so they show the Lucky Strike, which was my grandfather's very first combustible engine powered charter boat.
Awesome.
So this was post World War II, one of the first motor driven power boats that we used as a charter boat. We started in 1928 from rowboats, but this is the first charter boat. So check it out. And Captain Bobby Buswell is behind the wheel, and then at the end of the video, my grandfather Wilson's gonna pop in. So let's take a peek at it real quick. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
All right. Let's see if it'll work. Video sound. We're gonna skip forward through the baseball part of it. No one cares about baseball. Someone cares about baseball.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say that out loud.
Wow.
We care about baseball.
We're limited on time, guys.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. So there's the Don Cesar. My grandfather and my father grew up right at the base of the
If there ever
Don
was
Cesar.
one town which was literally built by fishermen, that town
I've been to
is
that house.
St. Petersburg,
recently.
Florida.
Yeah.
The annual Tarpon Roundup, sponsored by the St. Petersburg Junior Chamber of Commerce, started in 1940. Today, more than $10,000 in prizes are awarded each year for catches made by local residents and vacationing tourists from all over the 48 states. The District of Columbia.
We're going to skip forward again. So this is the Skyway Bridge.
The first
That's
one.
the Skyway Bridge right there.
That's got to be the first one.
Yep, that's the original Skyway Bridge before it fell in. And they're filming from my grandfather's charter boat now, so I'm going to let you guys watch from here.
He knows a special spot where they're sure to get some quick action. Quick action, did you say? How's this? That's no ordinary fish on that line, but a spunky shark that took one bite too many at the bait. It's no easy job landing one of these fighters, but soon it's all over. And now they're ready to try their hand at the big ones, a Silver King tarpon. And there they roll, showing their heavy fin backs above the water. It takes real know-how to cast bait out right on top of a school. Watch that line go out. Steady now. A strike, and now the battle is on. This baby will give Pop more bounce to the ounce of line strength and rod stability than any other fish of the sea. Watch this jump. This one looks like about 80 or 85 pounds, and he's not going to give up easily. Pull and reel, pull and reel. Careful, Pop, or he'll break that line and get away. Even for our guide, who's seen hundreds of tarpon caught every year, there's a new thrill for him every time one of his passengers makes a strike. There he goes again, leaping just off the stern of the boat. Pull hard, Pop. You're close to winning this fight. For it looks like our tarpon is about ready to call it quits as he swims lazily up to the surface. A quick and accurate thrust with the gaffing hook and it's all over. And now to haul our prize catch aboard and head for home. There's always excitement at the pier when folks hear of a catch that's being brought in. It's all part of a great sport of tarpon fishing off St. Petersburg. The official weigh-in, and everyone gathers around to offer hearty congratulations to the skipper and the...
So that's my grandfather on the left in the captain's hat, the tall guy.
Tough fight, but you won. How about something to eat now? And with that, we'll say so long for now with a warm invitation for both base.
All right. So with that, again, right there in the captain's hat, the taller gentleman, that's my grandfather. That's Captain Bobby Buswell. And then these are the two actors. Obviously, we don't keep tarpon anymore. You're not even able to bring them out of the water legally. But pretty cool old school video of original Hubbard's Pier, which is now today called Mary Pier. And that's 8th Avenue Paso Grill. That's where we started in 1928 from 7 rowboats and 14 cane poles. And in 1976, that's when we moved to Johns Pass. 1976. So pretty cool little piece of history there. I have it pinned in the Facebook video so you can kind of open it for later after the show. So pretty cool little piece of history if you want to watch the beginning part about baseball. And I apologize for the baseball comment earlier. I didn't mean it.
Oh, come on. Nobody even was thinking about that.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about weather really, really fast. We're going to go to hubbardsmarina.com, click Fishing Trips, scroll down to the Weather Links page. On the Weather Links page, we're going to click Wind Finder, 5 and 10 hour forecast, and you can see here we are coming up into that time where we're going to have some bad weather. Tomorrow's going to be rainy, and then that cold front's going to come through. We got a lot of prefrontal activity on this front, so it's going to be pretty rainy tonight and through tomorrow morning, and then that front's going to go through, and then it's going to get windy. So Monday, Tuesday doesn't look so hot, but then it calms down to get that midweek 39-hour out Tuesday afternoon. Wednesday, it starts calming down. Thursday and Friday look absolutely gorgeous. So if you want to go fishing this week, definitely think about going Thursday, Friday, or Wednesday. Probably
Thursday's looking killer for the all day.
Yeah, probably Thursday or Friday is going to be your best bet for sure. So if you want to go fishing, definitely, it's a no-brainer this week. You want to aim for Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
All right, with that, let's get into some questions. We're running way behind, so hopefully we can get through some questions quickly. Remember, if you have a question you want answered, text that phone number in the upper right-hand corner. And shout out to Betty Hall, our sponsor for tonight's episode.
Thanks, Betty.
All right. Thinking of coming out in January. What is the fishing like? January it's hogfish season, man. We do in deeper water on our 39-hour trips, 44-hour trips. We fish deeper water, probably closer to 180, 200, and get those fat red grouper, those big mangroves. We see those blackfin tuna, occasional wahoo, kingfish, and catch a bunch of those big porgies, almaco jacks, stuff like that. On our nearshore trips, 5 and 10-hour trips, I'll let you take that one.
Oh, yeah.
Lane snapper, hogfish,
Lane
red
snapper,
grouper.
hogfish, and the red groupers. Obviously, the gags are going out of season at the first of the year. So, but what I usually do, once we slow it down a little bit with the groupers, is I'll start bagging some frozen shrimp, and I'll really go like super hard on the hogfish. And where I'll start chumming, we'll get our snapper up chum.
Hopefully,
and,
I'm gonna interrupt you. Hopefully our dock masters are listening, because Cam Frank just said he's gonna bag up the dead shrimp.
Oh yeah, that was a miscommunication. I'm gonna grab the bags of dead shrimp that our dock masters have gracefully packaged for us, and yeah, we'll take all those. Thanks,
I just
Butch.
want to make sure we got that one straight for sure. Did you ever get any more small Save Johns Pass stickers? So the Save Johns Pass stickers, we don't have any more of them at this time, but I think it's time to order some more for sure. We ran through our original stash very quickly. Had someone else say they were going to make them, and they never did. So hopefully we'll get some more Save Johns Pass stickers very quickly. But if we don't get them, we will make sure to purchase them for you guys. But hopefully we'll get them, because I think someone's going to be making them for us. But kind of waiting to find out. She is unfortunately out of state right now, but when she comes back, we'll see if we can't get a whole bunch made in a short order. One thing on the Save Johns Pass thing real fast, we want to make sure that we show you guys the most recent update for sure. The most recent update is bad.
Can you see that?
Yeah, we're gonna
Show it to him, Dylan. I don't want to be the only
We're
one.
working on it. You gotta have patience, dog. All right, so let's show the people what we're watching. All right, here we go.
Hello, can you hear me where you are? I search for ways to call to you. I wish I knew today. The hollow shells and coins.
So that's the most recent video, again, provided by Idea Swell. Idea Swell. All one word. If you haven't checked them out on Facebook, please do. They've been providing a lot of drone footage and updates for us. So big shout out to Idea Swell. Idea Swell, all one word. They make a bunch of different videos. So if you haven't had a chance to, make sure you like their Facebook page for us and give them a shout out for helping us out on the sand issue. The sand issue is continually getting worse. We do need your help. Please sign and share that petition if you haven't done so already. I've got it pinned in the comments, so you can click on that what do they call it? link after the video.
It was a tough one to get out.
Yeah, it was. We have another...
Again, thank you, Betty.
Betty Hall.
Appreciate it.
We do have an event coming up Tuesday, December 15th at 7 a.m. Tuesday, December 15th at 7 a.m. We've got an event coming up, and that event is going to show you guys firsthand what that terrible sand situation is. So I got the event link now pinned in the comments. Make sure you check us out on that event day, 7 a.m. Tuesday, December 15th, we'll be hanging out, get a group of people together, and we're going to walk around, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about the issue and show you firsthand how bad the sand issue is. That day, we have a negative 0.9 tide.
Oh, man.
I don't know how we're not going to be able to get the boats out.
Yeah, that's going to be...
We're probably going to have to totally cancel from the 13th through the 18th of December, and then the 25th through the 3rd of January. Is incredibly low tides. We're gonna have to totally change our schedules around. It's bad.
Can
it's
we
real
get
bad.
the boat somewhere else for a?
We're gonna
week?
work really hard over the next week, the next 4 or 5 days, and we're gonna try to dig a hole to where we'll be able to get our boats out at that time.
Okay.
If we can't, we're gonna have to move. We're gonna
It's
have
a lot
to
of
move.
shoveling.
We're gonna have to move.
Yeah, we were muted earlier, but I of course knew about the whole sand issue, and I knew that it stuck out that far, but I had never seen the aerial footage that was back in the back there around all the other boats.
It's crazy.
Apparently, they're pushing out their sand too. They have to be, because they were digging.
Everybody is.
You can tell that the holes are dug up under those boats, and man, it's so close to being done. I mean, that whole side.
Johns Pass,
And it's only that side that makes Johns Pass. I mean, the other side of the pass is closed. There's nothing over there anymore. So
it's crazy.
So really share that, guys. Share it, and then ask your friends to share it. You know what I mean? It's really important. This is tough. That's like Christmas. We're going to be shut down a week during Christmas. Come on.
Yeah, the week between Christmas.
I got kids, man.
The week between Christmas and New Year's is literally our busiest time, and that little 7-day period basically allows us to make enough money to last through our slow period of January and February. And if we can't get off the dock during that week between Christmas and New Year's, we're going to be in a big problem.
Yeah.
We're going to be in a big pickle. So it's serious, and that's why we're using a lot of venting tools tonight. And big shout out again to Betty Hall for making it all possible, because I'm losing a lot of sleep over this sand issue for sure. We are literally trapped and being closed in by sand inside Johns Pass. And we're not the only ones. And it's a big problem, and we need definitely more action. And unfortunately, we're not getting any action. We're just getting a lot of talk about a possible 6-month study that may or may not give us any results. So we have a lot of problems, and hopefully we'll see you December 15th. December 15th at 7 a.m. to talk more about that sand issue for sure.
Hey, I was just thinking, I think that Betty Hall, you're going to owe me about $9, okay? Because that's how much my Uber is going to cost tonight. So
my wife will drive you home. Emily, we're going to wake her up. Emily, we need to ride home for Frank.
Yeah, the Uber's too. I would not wake your wife up.
Way less dangerous.
Yeah.
Way less dangerous.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have to live with her at the end of the day. I just have to get home, and then she has to go. Yeah, that's not happening. I would never do that to her. Not for a $9. Nah. But Betty.
Willie Jackson said he wants to be the sponsor of next week's episode.
All right, Willie Jackson, here's what you got to do. You have to bring your bottle, right?
Or mail your bottle.
Or mail your bottle in.
We do accept them
and
via
then
mail.
also a $10 bill for my Uber, okay? Because I think it's only right. I mean, if you're causing this and we got your name up here, Willie, you got to get me home safe.
So in order to be the sponsor of the next episode, you can drop off a bottle to Hubbard's Marina sometime between tomorrow and next Sunday, or you can mail a bottle. Our address is right there at hubbardsmarina.com. Once you go to hubbardsmarina.com, click info and then contact. It's going to have our mailing address right here. So you can mail us a bottle. Make sure you label it attention
care of
Dylan Hubbard.
Captain Frank.
No, Dylan Hubbard.
Well, it depends who you want to have it. I mean, who do you like more? You know, it's up to you. Okay, so you know, just pick one of us. All right, just put a name on it, and then it'll be ours. You know, and then I'll share mine with him, and you know,
I shared Betty's bottle with you,
yeah,
man.
Betty already told me that she had a
Betty
bottle for
didn't
us
talk to you.
on Sunday.
All right, let's get into the next question. My name is Gary, and I'm wondering what fish will be caught on the 39-hour trip. Well, it'd be easier to answer what fish won't be caught on the 39-hour trip, because we catch a ton of fish.
We catch fireback groupers.
Firebacks.
That's what's going to be caught, I'm sure, the next time. Yeah.
We catch a little bit of everything: gag grouper, red grouper, mangrove snapper, scamp grouper, yellowtail snapper, lane snapper, vermilion snapper, shrimp gumbo, shrimp scampi. Oh.
Yeah. Mostly mangrove snapper is the main target, but there's going to be... when are they going? Like before the end of the year?
He didn't say.
All right, so if it's before the end of the year, obviously they're going to be shooting for some gags, and the red groupers, hopefully, we aren't going to have any closures, for the next year or hopefully forever, because the numbers are really
bouncing back fast.
Yeah, bouncing back. So that'd be great. So yeah, you can be searching for, and it matters a certain time of year if you're going to be in the jacks. So we've kind of got to know the date that you're going. But if I guess we could assume that it would be this week.
Hopefully.
So it would be gag groupers, red groupers, and mangrove snappers, and then
a lot of other fish.
And then the freaks that come up with them.
Yeah. So, next question. Went on a 5-hour trip Friday. Do you have the picture of the baby grouper my girl caught?
I do. You know what? I do. This grouper
didn't send it
was...
to me.
Okay, so I can maybe I can pull.
Hold your phone up.
I will.
All right, we're gonna go to the next question.
You go ahead to the next question, and I'll find the.
All right. So Gabe Brown said, "Tell Captain Frank I said hi." Hi, Captain Frank from Gabe.
Oh.
Gabe Brown.
Oh, that's the
young angler.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So look, this is. Let me see if I can. Yeah, it's probably better that way.
Oh, jeez. He was making fun of my technology.
See how little that sucker is? That was a little baby red grouper, man.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Your sausage fingers make it look even smaller.
Oh, thank you.
All right, next question. What can you catch?
Did you have sausage for dinner tonight?
I did. Hot Italian sausage. My son had chicken sausage with kale. Yep. All right. What can you catch and keep on the half day in January? Well, we catch pretty much the same thing year-round on the half day. What we call gray snapper, also known as a white grunt or Key West grunt, porgies, and then a few black sea bass, and then...
What?
Hogfish.
I was trying to read some of the
Hogfish.
comments to see if I could...
I like putting you on the spot to see if you're listening.
no.
Hogfish
No.
was the last one.
Yeah, that's the main catch, the gray snappers. And then,
Yeah. Gray snappers, white grunts.
Thank you, Betty Hall.
For making sure Frank's not listening. Should I use a 2-ounce ball jig or larger?
What's going to happen on the supporters page after this show?
The supporters private after show is going to get live.
We got to give away.
We're almost out of green label.
We've got to give away a trip.
On the supporters page?
No, right now on the 10-hour.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Thanks for reminding me. On the supporters page, we got to do one too. They've been asking. All right, so let's see who won a free 10-hour all day for 2 guests. 10-hour all day for 2 guests. Let's see who the lucky winner is. And that's Chris Peace. Chris Peace.
That's like, bitch, please.
I didn't
Chris,
hear what
please.
you said. Chris, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Sounded like bitch, please.
All right, Chris, make sure if you won, if you were picked as that lucky winner, you do have to text that phone number above Captain Frank's head within about 5 minutes to claim that free trip. So make sure if you're picked as that lucky winner, you do so quickly.
I see people are posting like different types of whiskeys throughout the course of the night. I mean, stop posting it. Start sending it. All right. I don't want to read about it. If you think it's something better, then
I don't
send it on in.
So again, big shout out to Betty Hall and her Johnny Walker Green Label, which I love and I'm very happy for. Betty did also send with this the Jameson Black Barrel.
He's been holding out.
And the Jameson Black Barrel, I
That's
already drank. I already drank. She sent it Thursday. I drank it already. I'm sorry. So the Jameson Black Barrel is my favorite. And Captain Frank admitted tonight that it's also one of his favorites. So the Jameson Black Barrel is our favorite, but if you want to try something different, you can always mix it up. But Jameson Black Barrel is what we prefer. But if you want to send something different, we don't discriminate.
We don't.
I've never met a liquor I didn't drink. Should I send a 2-ounce ball jig or larger when I'm on the 10-hour trip for hogfish?
I wouldn't go larger than that.
2 ounce.
Wait, should I use it? And what size hook? Okay, so there are hooks already on those ball jigs. I do know that a lot of the regulars do use a ring splitter, and they'll take those hooks off and put a stronger hook on there. And a lot of people don't do that at all. So, I mean, either way, I wouldn't go anything higher than a 2 ounce. I mean, obviously, if there's certain times of the year where we drop into 100 foot, that might be, almost impossible. And maybe you could go, maybe just put a 4 ounce in your box so you have it. And then, but in general, a 2 ounce,
Yeah, so most of the time, what I've heard the Regulars Club guests, specifically Christina Fernandez, who doesn't like waking up early, she said that she will get a naked ball jig, and she'll put a little dab of super glue on the skirt to keep those little feathers on there, and then she will also use a little bit heavier hook as well. So those are some of the insider secrets for sure. All right, so we're getting a lot of comments that say our video is freezing up. On our side, it is not freezing up, so I don't know what's going on there. Maybe it's the storm. Freeze time again.
We are having a little bit of rain out there, but
yeah, we're getting a lot of storms for sure.
Is it just freezing the video, or is it freezing the vocal?
I don't know. Some people are saying that they have to close and reopen it.
Oh, video freezing.
Are you on Wi-Fi, dog? Where's my phone?
Huh?
My phone's out there. It's off Wi-Fi. You're not on Wi-Fi. I didn't give you my Wi-Fi password.
No.
Let's see here. Let's see if we can close some pages.
Yeah, I might.
We got as much closed as we can. Are we getting any better? Freezing and no sound.
Freezing and oh boy.
Oh, son of a sailor. Oh, someone said they're going to drop off some whiskey.
Willie Jackson, I hope you hear that. We'll wait for it.
Frozen. A lot of people say frozen.
Are they're like freezing up here at 32 degrees.
I don't know.
Freezing in Lutz?
No, we're definitely
okay.
We're definitely losing viewers as well.
Oh boy.
Our internet's getting choked out by sand too. Well, I don't know. Old Smoky whiskey or moonshine's coming our way. That's cool. All right, so let's do a 39-hour giveaway.
It's like their feed is drunk.
All right, we'll do a 39-hour giveaway and wrap this thing up a little early since everything's freezing. Let's see who won on the 39-hour trip. Dave Waters. Dave Waters won that 39-hour trip. I don't know what happened with the internet.
I don't know.
It's been drinking. Thank you, Betty Hall.
Yeah.
You got the internet drunk, too.
Betty.
All right, so Dave Waters won that 39-hour trip for one guest. And
we should give him extra time because of the technical difficulties.
We should give him extra time, but it's not recovering.
Does
anybody hear us?
Does anybody hear us? We need
it's
an
still
answer.
Getting interrupted.
Freezing up continuously.
I feel like I'm going to sit back and drink.
Yeah.
I'll send Crown Royal for you, Richard Blazak said. I stopped drinking toilet water. Wow, Richard. It's cold, bro. No. That's cold, Richard. We don't.
Oh, didn't Frank
someone-
mention the Dickel? Oh yeah.
Dickel's terrible.
No, George Dickel is not terrible.
No, Dickel's all right.
Actually, they have a George Dickel Reserves something that my neighbor got.
Oh yeah.
And it's outstanding.
Yeah, Tennessee whiskey, it's all right. I don't know. I prefer that Irish whiskey, man.
Well,
That proper 12, that
each their own.
Jameson. What's some other? What they have at Delosis, not Glenfiddich. Maybe it is Glenfiddich. I don't know. Another Irish whiskey I like. I forget. They don't have Jameson at Delosis. It's the one bad thing about Delosis. They got in a fight, I guess, with their distributor. Can't get Delosis. I don't know.
Yeah.
Jameson is good though. Can you guys hear us yet?
Anybody?
YouTube must have talked Facebook into Hubbard's Marina being banned. That's funny. Johnny Walker Platinum is delish. Holy moly. I have never tried that, but I will definitely try it.
So,
Please
anybody?
do.
Does it stop freezing? Anybody?
Johnny Walker Platinum. Have you even heard of that? I've heard of Blue Label.
Yeah,
Thought that's as high as it went.
I think Blue Label is as high as it goes. I don't think.
What's Johnny Walker Platinum, dog?
I don't know.
Platinum's got to be higher.
I don't think it is. I know you would assume so, but I don't think it is.
We're Googling it right now. The end of the show is just going to get crazy.
Yeah, look, it's $85 a bottle.
85.
Yeah.
So that must be right above Green Label then.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, there's a sampler pack.
If anybody's looking for a Christmas present for anybody,
Sampler pack.
There's, boom.
What?
Can you see that?
Yeah. There it is. That's all you need to see. Internet needs a vending tool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're pretty much done
Everything
here.
We're done.
Supporters page, if you can hear it. What the heck happened?
We love you guys. We'll see you next Sunday.
Yeah, next Sunday, same time, same terrible channel.
If you're just too busy to...
Go fishing.
You're
just
just
too
too
busy. Next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
8:30 p.m. Weird. I'm going to comment before we end the live video.
Yeah.